Hey guys, hello and welcome to new Photoshop video tutorial brought to you by creators. Today in this video tutorial we are just gonna be creating this awesome text inside of Photoshop. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started. But one thing before we start is I have just mentioned the link in the description below. Just go to the link and download this font, and this is 100% free. Now let's minimize this and just jump into the tutorial. Just go to file, new, select file, preset size of 4640 into 480, and you can even give it your name and hit OK. Now what we do is just right click here and go to the paint bucket, and right click on the paint bucket, go to the gradient and click here once and choose the gradient which is a kind of which is this type, black and white, and hit, and don't hit OK, hit here, go to color and just type it EB and hit OK, and we select this color and just type it to be B4 and hit OK. Now what we do is just drag our mouse here and drag onto the right side, and we might say this uh, finger pointing, and when we see this we just drag down it to here, and same thing here. When we see this, let it be, it looks great. Instead let it be here, and let hit this color and just make this gradient like this. Hit this and just drag down it here and hit OK. We actually learn how to create a gradient. Now what we do is just draw a gradient from here to here. Okay, and the next step is that we create a new layer and hit Ctrl R on the screen so that the visible are actually on the keyboard, so that the rulers are visible. Now hit this, right click here and select the polygonal lasso tool from 1, let it from 1.5 to, no, let it from here also 1.5. Select this hole, and from here let's count what it will be, 1.5. Let it be here, and 1.5 you might see on the top side. Where is it? And hit here and just click here once and just make a joint and click once. If instead you double click, go to history and hit polygonal lasso, and it will be just marked. Right click here and go to the paint bucket tool, select the foreground color and maintain it to be black, and select OK again. Select the paint bucket and hit here once. Now what we do is just go to the T icon and just type our text. And the thing I did is I just selected this font mini terror, and let's get started writing our text. Oh, one thing more, just make sure that this color you hit and just make it to be white and hit OK, and now we type our text. Okay, and again go to edit, free transform, bring the text in the middle and shrink down it from the right side. And again something, and hit any icon and hit apply. Now what we do is go to blending options, right click this icon and go to blending options, go to drop shadow and spread the shadow. Just change the shadow spread from 0 to 5, and now we just go to the inner shadow and change its opacity. Just click here if inner shadow is not visible and click it opacity to be something about 33, and after selecting the opacity, go to angle and just type it 0, and again the distance must be 0, choke must be 7, and size is 5, and inner shadow is done. Now what we do is go to bevel and emboss and change the depth to 700 and size to, let the size be small, 3, and soften up to 8. And nothing more we have to do, and just go to contour and hit this button here and select this one, and make sure you hit the range to be 100. And that's it. One thing we left is go to the gradient overlay and change the opacity to very less, 10, and style to be reflected. Okay, and this is done with this. Select OK. Now what we do is just go to layer 1 and hit this icon, or Control Shift N or Command Shift N if you're on Mac, and select the brush. Make sure you set the foreground color to be white. Select OK, and brush size is 86 pixels, and this any brush will do, maybe a dark will just be awesome. And from here we just draw here. We just now go to filter, go to blur, go to Gaussian blur, and we change it to, let us change it to, yeah, 62.6 pixels, and hit OK. So this Modish elegant simple text effect is completed, and if you show people, they will just be impressed, I guarantee, because to do simple things are rather difficult than to do any other skills. So hope you guys enjoyed this video tutorial. Please give your likes, your comments, and your subscribes to us, and we will give you our tutorials. So I will see you guys in the next tutorial. Up till then, bye.